because our surgery is elective, so it's non-urgent surgery, it's necessary but it's non-urgent, it had to be stopped while we got ready for what we thought was going to be a big problem with large numbers of patients sick with COVID. We've moved into a different phase now, a recovery phase. Fortunately, things weren't as bad as we expected, so the hospital has been able to turn its attention to supporting other health boards with other services, including cancer services, but our elective services, particularly cataract surgery and orthopaedic surgery, are now able to restart. We've restricted the service to patients with the highest need at the moment. We need to reduce the numbers a bit to start off with, to make sure that patients are socially distanced when they're in the department, that we don't have too many people in the department at any one time, and that patients' interaction are with a minimum number of staff. We'll also be, at the moment, having to ask patients to self-isolate for 14 days prior to their admission and have a COVID test within 72 hours of admission to make sure that they're COVID-free for their own safety, but also for other patients and for staff, to make sure that we're not exposing people to virus. So all those things put together mean we can't treat the volume of patients. We can't get as many people seen and treated in a day as we were doing before. Once you've got your test done, you'll be met by a single member of staff. You'll be brought into the building. Now, that one member of staff would stay with you, do your check-in with you effectively, and then keep you there until the theatre was ready for you, then be taken through to the theatre, handed over to the theatre staff who would prepare you for your operation. You'd have your operation. You would then come out another door out of the theatre, be met by the same member of staff who saw you in the first place, who will then do the discharge, who will talk through your post-operative treatment and what measures you need to take. And that person would then hand you over to the person who had come with you. You'll have come in your own car with a driver, and that person will have waited to pick you up when you leave. That whole process will be a one-way system, so you'll have come into the building and you'll have walked round. You won't have seen or bumped into anybody else other than the nursing staff that have received you into the building, and you'll go out another door. So it's a one-way system, and you'll probably only be in the building for an hour or so at the most.